Welcome to our Yang movement practice for today, where we will be exploring the rotational or 3D plane of motion. So this is one of my most fun to play with because it really brings things into a very multi-dimensional space. So what we're going to begin with is a little bit of tapping to prime the body, help with the circulation and blood flow. Then we'll get into a little bit of dynamic warm-up with the activation through the rotational or transverse or 3D plane of motion. And then we're going to do 3 exercises and look to move through them 3 times. We'll keep the reps at a nice good mid-rate to get the endurance up at about 12 repetitions each. So we're going to begin first by placing our hand out, closing one palm, just tapping at the end of the fingers, making our way up the inside of the arm to the chest, and then making our way back down all the way to the fingertips. And then we'll flip to the other side, making our way up the back side of the arm, the neck, shoulder, and then making our way back down. And then closing the hands, switching, tapping, 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 tapping. Very good. Coming to the chest, and then making our way back down, and then flipping other side. Working our way up, all the way, and then making our way back down. Doom, 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 doom. Excellent. And then we'll wipe that off. And then we'll do our twisting closed palm, twisting at the hips. You can let the toe pivot if it feels good. Tapping, making our way all the way up the abdominal wall, both front side and back side, then up to the pecs and the shoulder blades. And then making our way back down. Letting that continue to flow all the way back to the hips. And a little wipe off. Front side, back side, and then now we're going to make our way down the legs. So, again, closing the hands, tapping the front of the hips, front of the thighs, the shins, the toes, and then making our way back up. Then coming to the outside, making our way down, all the way to the toes, and returning back up. And let's go to the back side. Boom, 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 boom. And then making our way up, and then let's go inside. On the inside, working our way to the toes, and then making our way back up. Wipe it off. Excellent. Okay, so let's move on now. We're going to get into our activation, our rotations. So, beginning first with the wrists. We're going to do just repetition, 1 repetition each direction. So we're going to squeeze the wrists. We're going to tighten up and create tension all the way to the shoulder. We're going to go clockwise all the way around, squeeze, 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 and then back center, and then squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way around, reversing, and then let go. Relax the hands, right? Forearm activated, hand activated. We're now going to place the hands out to the side, and like our shoulder turns and working, we're going to turn forward, but we're going to squeeze, 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 tightening up the shoulder joint and the musculature all the way as we turn back down. And let's go one more. Squeeze, 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 forward. Squeeze, 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 back into the shoulder blades and relax. Okay, so being light with the neck, we're going to squeeze as we turn to the right, but only if the neck feels comfortable with it. If you have an injury here, be very, very mindful, right? You might even find that you create a little bit of a release. I just got one. Nice little own chiropractic adjustment and get some more cerebral spinal fluid to the brain. One more. And rest. Very good. Okay, so next we're going to place the hands together, squeeze at the core. We're going to twist to the left, engaging the right obliques, and then squeeze and twist to the right, engaging the left obliques. Again, squeeze, 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 and relax. Okay, to the hips. So we're going to go and we are going to circle the hips around as we squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings all the way back pointing the pelvis and hips center, and then we're going to squeeze and tighten it up all the way as we work our way around, extending, and then coming back center. Let's go one more of those. Around, squeeze, 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 and relax, and then squeeze, 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 as we come back center. Shake it out. All right, and then the ankles. We're gonna go a little quickie here. Let the ankle roll around as we tighten up and engage the feet, gripping the ground, coming center as we go clockwise, and then gripping, squeezing as we go counterclockwise. Let's go one more each side. Squeeze, 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 and squeeze, 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 and relax. Shake the ankle out. Excellent. Okay. So let's move on. We're going to now get into the meat of our yang workout. So we're going to begin by squeezing the hands, and we're going to work in the three-dimensional halo movement pattern of the shoulders. So what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze our hand, and we're going to bring our elbow up overhead and come all the way around. Imagine that your hands are a ball, and you're tightening up and squeezing the ball, and you're moving the ball around the neck without tilting and moving the neck, and then coming center. So squeeze, 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 pushing the hands together, tightening up the hands, returning back. So you're applying the pressure of the hands. Let's go squeeze, 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 back center, squeeze, 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 center. Again, squeeze, 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 squeeze. That's 3 on each side. Let's keep it going. Squeeze, 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 4. See how my neck isn't moving? Squeeze, 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 4. I'm just articulating my hands, my elbows, and my shoulders around my head and neck. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Let's go 3 more on each side. Squeeze, 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 3. Squeeze, 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 3. Take it slow, 2. 2. 1. Last one. And 1. Very nice. Shake the hands out. So next we're going to move into the second of the 3 exercises, which is focused on the core. So like we did for the activation, we're going to plant the heels, knees out, showing you from a diagonal angle. I'm going to place one hand on my oblique, and then I'm just going to reach and rotate my spine, and then come back and shift the hand. Squeeze and rotate, so you're engaging left obliques by drawing the belly button in and rotating to your right, and then back center. Rotate, reach, squeeze, back. Rotate, reach, squeeze. That's 3, 3, 4. 4, keep the spine nice and tall. That helps you engage the obliques. 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. Remember, you're just twisting from your center. 8, 9, 9, and relax. Okay, so next we move on to the third of the 3 exercises. We call this our bilateral curtsy squat. So all you're going to do here is you're going to place one foot out in front, and then your other foot is going to come at a diagonal angle back to that front heel, right? So you could say my left hip is pointing 12. We could say that my right foot is pointing at like 7.5. And I'm going to bring my hands here or on the hips. I'm going to drop down, right? So my right heel is falling towards the outside of my left heel, my right knee, I should say. That's 2. 3, taking your time, staying upright. 4, 5, 6. Let's go 3 more. 7, 8, and 9. All right, same thing other side, toe pointing forward, regardless of where you're facing, right? This foot now back somewhere between like 4.5, we'll say, 5, and we'll go same thing, dropping down, pressing back up. 2, right? So we're working at kind of a rotational off angle of the hips. 2, 3, 4, 5, strengthening the glute and the quad and the hip complex. 6, 7, 8, let's go one more. 9, always helps too to focus your gaze on something. Right? All right, we're gonna go 2 more sets. We're gonna flow through and get this 3 by 3 done. So back to the hands, leg bend in the knees, squeeze the hand, let's circle around, back center, circle around, back center. We're gonna go 9 on each side. 2, 2, giving you some different angles. 3, 3, 4, 4. See, my head's not moving. 5, 5. I'm squeezing my fists together, or my palms, I should say. 6, 6, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Relax, shake it out. Okay, let's go back to our rotations. Leg bend in the knees, right? That allows for you to not arch into the back. Pull the belly button in. Let's rotate. Keep the knees wide so they don't fall in. Rotate. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and relax. Okay, let's go back to our curtsy. So again, direct your foot, stabilize the front foot, bring that back foot, in this case the right one, at that diagonal angle, hands wherever you choose. Stay upright at this point in time, and let's drop down. Pushing through that front leg for 2, specifically the heel. 3, 4, back heel's lifted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Feel it. All right, switching over. Other side. Right, maybe switch up the hand placement. Maybe you put them behind the ears for a little bit of novelty, right? As this movement is the same, right? Just seeing if that changes the balance. 4, right? Paying attention to where you're paying attention. 6, 3 more. 7, 8, 2 more. 9, last one. And 10. All right, shake it out. We got one more set. All right. So let's go. Hands together. Remember, we want to apply pressure to the hands. So the more that you're compressing, the more activation and blood flow you get from the fist all the way to the shoulder. So let's go for it. Again, 9 on each side. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Take your time. There's no rush on these. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. All right. Let's go back to our rotations. Again, leg bend in the knees. Keep the knees tracking over the ankle. Let's rotate, reach. Rotate, reach. 2, 2, 3, 3. And as you reach, you're not lurching the body forward, just reaching the hand out. 6, because it'll get out of the obliques if you do that, if you lurch forward. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. And last one, here we go. All right, curtsies. Let's get them. All right, so diagonal, right back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe play with the tempo. 6, 7, 8, 9, and switch. I forgot, we're doing 9 on each side. All right, here we go, last one. 1, 2, 3, spine tall, 4, 5, 6, 7, pushing through that front heel, 8, and 9. Woo! Well, you can't tell me that you don't feel alive, because I certainly do. Take that energy, take that vitality, that resilience, that strength, that novelty of exploring this plane of motion, and enjoy as you present it to the world.